3 children live at home. This is a part of my testimony I wanted to share with Stephanie and the world. When I was younger, I was raised in a Catholic home. Left the Catholic Church and started studying to be a minister. And some things in the church, hypocrites and backbiting, basic people things, made me leave the church. When I left the church, I started practicing American Indian shamanism, Celtic Wicca. I went as far away from God as you can go, even to the point of leading Christians away from God. For 20 years, I lived a life of violence and broke every commandment that God has. In April of last year, I was watching a movie with my wife, Fireproof. And in one scene, God's conviction touched my heart. I'm a guy that believes men don't cry, don't show emotion. Always was. Angry, violent. Came close to losing my entire family and every friend I ever had. Every commandment, including have no God before me. When God convicted me and I accepted Him in my life in April of last year, my back was broken in 5 places. I accepted God, but I still didn't know what it meant to submit because I had to be in control of everything. I was told I'd never live a day without pain. I'd never be able to walk straight again. And I'd never be able to do all the physical things I enjoy doing and that the Army requires me to do. I was at church one day and they did an altar call, and I don't do altar calls. That's what I always said my whole life. I went to the altar and a little voice in the back of my head was telling me to kneel down and submit myself. Submitting is something I don't do real well. When I finally submitted, I took a knee and I bowed my head and gave myself to God and told God, whatever you want in my life, that's what I'll give you. When I stood up, there was no pain. There's no longer any herniated discs in my back. I have 5 vertebrae that were broken that show no signs of ever being broken. On top of all that, God's accepting me back after everything I've ever done wrong, and He's taking the one thing, pain, injuries, that's not as amazing to me as what He's taking from me, and that's my temper. My anger because I hated myself, and I took it out on the rest of the world, my family, my wife, my kids. I had kids that were afraid to be around me when I came home and locked themselves in the room. And besides healing me, God's healed my heart to where when I come to the door, my children love me and come running up to me and race to see who can hug me first. There's a lot of people that think God can't take you back. I've gone too far. I was into the occult. I led people away from God. I hurt people for money. I took things from people. I lied. I committed adultery. If there's something that you can do wrong, I did it. God's not only accepted me back as soon as I turned back to Him, but He's blessed my life and continues to bless it every day.